Jim Wright, again, by that time was a speaker. And he said, Norm, he said, I see the Judiciary Committee passed H.R. 442. And they passed it maybe in about June of that year, 1978.
1980.
Oh, wait. Let's see, the bill was signed 1988. So this was in 1987. And Jim Wright said, I want that bill on the House floor on the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Constitution. Just thinking about it makes me cry now. And he said, I want you in the chair. He said, you'll be Speaker pro tem. So he gave up the chair as Speaker of the House and had me as a Speaker pro tem, chairing the House when we took up the bill. And it's a day I'll always remember. Yeah.
And was it that day that you gave your speech also?
It was. My dad was, he came to this country by himself, 14 years old. And I only saw him cry 3 times. Once was 7th of December, because he couldn't understand why the land of his birth was attacking the land of his heart. And on the 7th of December, first time I ever saw him cry. Second time I saw him cry was March 29th, 1942, when we were on the train moving out of San Jose, going to Santa Anita, the racetrack, the assembly center we were going to. And I looked up and the seats were facing each other with my dad, my mother, my sister and brother, and me here. And I looked up and saw these tears coming down from my dad. And the third time was in 1956 when my mother passed away. Those are the only 3 times I ever saw my dad cry. And so being on the floor that day, I talked about my dad and my mother. But it still had a long way to go. We had, because even on the discussion on the floor, we had an amendment to take the payment part of it out.
So before we go into that, I mean, what was the reaction from people after that day when they heard you talk about that?
Well, a lot of people told me afterwards that what they had seen changed their mind about the bill. And they were thinking about voting against the bill. And Bob Matsui made a great statement. We had a number of people who made great statements on the floor that day. Peter Rodino, the chairman of the committee. There was a Republican congressman from New York. I can picture him. Ham Fisher, Congressman Ham Fisher from New York, who gave a wonderful speech in support of the bill. And it was a momentous day.